Thought Tree Ecology. Welcome back. Today, we're going to cut straight to the core of something we all deal with: pride. We'll be looking at a really profound couplet that helps us navigate this universal struggle with possessions and, our ego.
Exactly. Our whole mission today is to unpack the wisdom in Couplet 41, which was written by Guru Teg Bahadur. And it doesn't just critique ambition, it offers a really clear path to figuring out what has lasting value versus what's just a temporary distraction.
Okay, so if it calls out the pride we feel in our worldly success like money, status, I have to ask, isn't some pride necessary? I mean, for motivation. Where does this wisdom draw the line between, say, healthy self worth and what's described as fake pride?
That is the central question, isn't it? It gets right to the heart of it. The lines we're exploring essentially say, oh, my mind, why feel proud of worldly possessions and pleasures? All this is transient like a dream and doesn't truly belong to you.
Wow. And I imagine the original expression is even more powerful.
Oh, absolutely. And when you hear these words recited, for instance, there's a wonderful recitation by A.P. Singh from the Sikh Dharamsal.
झूठे मान कहाँ करे जग सुपने ज्यो जान इनमें कछ तेरो नहीं नानक कहियो बखान.
The sheer energy in the original language, it's just so lively and striking. It really hits you.
So let's zoom in on that idea then of fake pride. What are we mistaking for real worth?
Well, what's fascinating is how it pinpoints the anchors we use. For a teenager, it might be the latest gadget or, I don't
Mhm.
know, social media validation. For an adult, it could be a professional title, a property, an investment portfolio.
Right, the symbols of success.
Exactly. And the wisdom here is that this pride is fake because all those things are temporary. They don't provide real, lasting happiness. The ego attaches itself to this fleeting reflection of success, not the permanent reality of the self.
And that's where the dream analogy comes in. It connects that whole structure of pride to being a dream.
Precisely. It highlights transience. Everything we think we own, we're really just borrowing. A job, a home, even our physical health. It's enjoyment we can't take with us.
So the problem isn't the thing itself.
Not at all. The problem is anchoring our fundamental sense of self-worth to something that, by its very definition, has to pass away.
Yeah.
The ego mistakes that temporary comfort for a permanent identity.
You know, that that makes me think of something that happened to me recently. It's actually a bit embarrassing, but it illustrates this perfectly. A few months ago, I finally bought this item I had wanted for years.
Okay.
And I remember walking into the room actually feeling taller. I was thinking, now people will see my worth.
Hmm.
For a few days, I was on this high. I even caught myself, judging others who didn't have what I had.
That instantaneous inflation of the ego, it's so universal. We've all been there.
And then one careless moment, it just slipped, it cracked.
Hmm.
And in a second, it looked old and useless. The very thing that was my source of pride became just another problem to deal with. And I was just sitting there staring at it. And that line, see the world like a dream, it just echoed in my head. I realized all that pride I was carrying had no foundation at all. It wasn't even mine, it was just borrowed for a moment. My ego was so loud, but the quiet truth was, in all of this, nothing is truly mine.
That sharp, sudden realization is the entire lesson in a single moment. Your story just synthesizes this timeless wisdom perfectly. We have to overcome that attachment because the nature of the world is constant change.
So, if everything passes, what action is actually being suggested here? What are we supposed to do?
The message is actually quite clear. It's to overcome your ego. And you do that by recognizing that the possessions, the status, the fun, that's not you. Since all those things will pass away, your focus should shift to what is enduring.
To what truly remains when the object or the title is gone.
Exactly. And this is where it gets really interesting for everyone listening today. It raises a very important question for you to consider in your own life. In your life right now, what fleeting feeling or temporary possession are you mistakenly anchoring your entire sense of self-worth to? Maybe it's a number on social media, a job title, or an aesthetic goal. Just ask yourself, what would happen if that anchor disappeared tomorrow?
That is a truly challenging thought to carry forward. Thank you for guiding us through this.
I'm such.
And to everyone listening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this with your family and friends so not only you, but they too can learn and grow together on this path. Sat Shri Ekology.